the most important thing about your gut microbiome, understanding that is the foundation of your overall health and wellness. He then introduced us to the concept of the dysbiosis, which occurs when there's a harmful imbalance between the good and the bad bacteria in your gut. This imbalance can lead to issues like poor digestion, low energy, inflammation, and much more. Then we was introduced to a simple, easy, and convenient solution designed to feed, diversify, balance, and detoxify the gut microbiome from improved overall health, which is our foundation product. We call it our unique masterpiece, the P84. And that is because it contains 84 microbiome-friendly ingredients, 15 targeted probiotics, 10 globally sourced botanical blends, 2 powerful formulas, all in one superior daily system. So what that means for is that the P84 helps support the alkalinity of your system. So when your body's in an alkaline state, it simply means that it has the ability to heal and repair itself, designed for daily use automatically, just like brushing your teeth. It fits seamlessly into any routine. Mr. Ford also highlighted the 8 other targeted probiotic products that I can confidently say there's truly nothing else like there with the P84 in the world. It delivers the best value for your money, and here's why. The P84 combines the benefits of 10 different products in one. We also explored how our daily food choices can directly impact our health. We know we can make better health decisions just by being more mindful of what we eat. We can make simple, powerful shifts like reducing excessive sugars, unhealthy fats, and processed additives. Because at the end of the day, every time you eat or you drink, you're either feeding a disease or fighting a disease. So we'd love to hear from you during this part of the show. If you have any questions or comments, please contact us in the chat room or via the WhatsApp at +44 7956 847 290. Sorry, that's +44 7956 847 290. It's now time for the second part and another powerful and inspiring story. And this is my favorite part of the show, actually. I'm really excited about today's guest. I've had the pleasure of hearing her speak during the Zoom calls we lovingly call our after party calls. It's a space where the community comes together to share nuggets of wisdom, heartfelt testimonies, and simply support one another. Every time she speaks, she brings so much insight and encouragement to the group. Her calm and graceful nature really shines through, and I can tell she's a genuinely supportive person who truly cares for others, especially when she speaks about her business partner, her friend, who's been recovering for a while from a major accident. We are indeed grateful to have her on the show today. Thank you so much for joining us. So please help me welcome our special guest, Rena Parson. Over to you, Mr. Ford.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Miss Johnson. So is it Rena Parson or is it Rena Johnson?
It's Rena Parson.
All right. So let me make sure I do not spell your name incorrectly, because that would be absolutely rude. So what I like to do is, Rena, welcome. Thank you very much again for accepting to be on the show. Also, thank you very much for being patient with us as well, because yes, we have definitely let's just say, yeah. Anyway, we're here now. So with that being said, I'm going to dive straight in, and I'm going to ask you a question that you're not expecting, which is, firstly, have we paid you to big up our products or big up Love Bio?
Have you paid me? No. No.
All right, so I need to ask that because I want everyone to know that everything that you're about to say is completely and utterly heartfelt and true, and we don't come onto this show and basically, do anything apart from share the great things that we basically have. So, with that being said, could you tell us, Renee, what is it that you do at the moment, and where you're hailing from? And then the next question I'm going to ask you is, what was your health journey like before discovering Love Biome?
Well, first off, I want to say hats off to you and Miss Sophia for this platform. Thank you so much for inviting me, having me as your guest. What I do for a living, I am a head custodian at a private school in Atlanta, well, outside Atlanta, it's Fairburn, Georgia. Um, I been doing this custodial work probably for about almost 30 years. But the other question, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, the question was, what was your health journey like before discovering Love Biome? We always ask that because that kind of like leads us nice and well into, what is it that we do and the products and so on and so forth. So, yeah, and Atlanta's nice, by the way. I've only been there a couple of times, but we've had some good experiences in Atlanta. So hopefully it's still a good place to be.
Yes, it is. It is. My health journey was it's pretty okay so far. I had earlier, in my stages in my life, I've been having some anemia. I think maybe later on when I got in my 30s or something like that, I've been having issues with that. I was always trying to take some type of supplement or some type of vitamin or anything, to try to um, get my, blood level, at a certain level. So that's basically so far.
Mm, okay, all right. So I do know that anemia, can kind of like affect people's energy and their sort of their ability just to get through the day. I know that because I know someone personally who suffers with that iron deficiency and also, yeah, vitamin C and combining iron and vitamin C, etc.
Correct.
Um, yeah. So okay. So in terms of the anemia, so that was in your sort of earlier, let's just say your earlier days, 30 plus. Anything else since then?
No, everything else been somewhat pretty good. I mean, I think probably, getting older and things changes in your body, you get more fatigued, more tired. It's just like, not eating the proper foods that you thought you were eating, but that part.
It's funny. It's funny you actually paused there because I was gonna say, when we're aging, which we're all gonna do, I think we now are beginning to realize we have a choice as to how we age and how quickly we age, based upon food choices that I don't necessarily believe that we may have had before. And I'm more speaking about individuals that are, like 50 plus and so on and so forth. So, yes, I think we've had a challenging time to stay healthy, but now that we have more information available to us, I think we've got the opportunity to give ourselves such an opportunity to just live the rest of our lives in the best shape possible. Um, so yeah, just what I'd say that based upon based upon what you
Right.
just said there. Um, so okay, so anemia. So what type of things have, I don't know, popped up as a result of the aging process for you then?
Not well for me. I mean, I've been doing pretty good so far. I mean, probably later on now with my doctor was like, oh, you need to try to do more exercising, and your blood pressure is a little high. High cholesterol. I was like, huh? No, 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 not mine, not me. So so I was like, okay, well, as in time went by, things are progressing, and things happen, and I got introduced to this product, and it's been like life changing for me.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So again, exercise again, when we look at health generally, most people, I guess, associate with just what we eat, but there is a lifestyle component, which includes the things like exercise, meditation, breathing. There's so many different things that we can do to assist with the eating part, because the eating part is just uh, it's just a part of the puzzle. So yeah, that's probably the reason why your doctor's saying a little bit more exercise, please. We always want to keep that cholesterol under control as well, right?
Yes.
Um, um, okay, so you discovered love biome, and what's sort of been happening since then? And yeah, tell us what's been happening since then.
Oh wow, it's a lot been happening since Love Bio. First, I want to give hats out to my um, success line, starting with Miss Toot. You know, she's been amazing. She introduced me to this product and this business. Also, her success line, which is Billy Barnes, and his success line, Mr. Mike Hankey. You know, they've been so supportive, been just amazing. I'm just so glad that I got into this business and into learning more about the product. We've been having so many success stories in my household with me and my husband. He's pre-diabetic. He has lost a lot of weight tremendously um, by taking the B, the W, and the T, and the P84. At first, we were on the daily three. We both were doing. First, he wasn't even trying to do any of it because he was like, "I don't want to do that." So I was like, "Okay, you may want to try," but after he saw me consistently taking it, he went on and gave it a try, and he haven't looked back. I mean, he's so excited that we have that sugar blocker. He's like, "Oh, I gotta have it. We out? You need more?" So, so he's excited about that. You know, my success story with me. It's been giving me a lot of energy for me. I had issues with my back, and when I chatted with Miss Toot, she was like, "Do you have any X? Do you have any H?" You know, people don't know what that is. That's the Phyto X and the Phyto H, which is hydration, and the X is the energy. And I was like, "No, but when it comes," she said, "Well, order some, and when it comes, just let me know what's going on." And we got on the phone, and I had to call her, and I was like, "Girl, that was the best." I was, it was the best advice ever. I was having so much back pain for almost a week and a half at my job, and then when I took it, within I think it was like minutes to me, but it might have been, it took a few minutes or so, but my back, I got relief off my back. And she was like, "You might be a little hydrated. That may be." So she just mix those two together. And I did that. I did exactly what she said. And I haven't looked back since. I love the hydration. Um, and the extreme. They're both amazing for me. My son, I have him taking the P84. He's constantly taking it now. I don't even have to even tell him, "Can you take? You got your own." He knows what to do. And like, "Mom, the 1 and 2, I like it good." You know, I'm like, okay. But people don't know. My son is he was born early. He's a was a uh, well, you want to say premature at birth. He was hospitalized for a whole year. He had issues with seizures, disorders, and things like that, but he's able to do physically things on his own. I mean, he's been doing great. He's 30 now. But now I don't have to even say anything. He knows, he goes get his own stuff and he gets it, and we run out so fast. So now it was like, okay, everybody got to get their own PH4 in the house. Everybody need their own product. So luckily, thank goodness, my husband is in the business with me. Sign up my son and my daughter. She's been buying the product. She's sharing with her father, and my grandbaby is taking the eye because she had an issue once with grandbaby. when she was I told her, I said, just give her some of the eye, give the eye, because she's in daycare and prone to a lot of colds and flus and things like that. So it's been like a defense for her. And, she may get something, but it doesn't last long. And that's the good thing about that. I mean, it may come and then it's gone within maybe a 24 hours. So it's been amazing for us. We appreciate this platform. We appreciate the Love Biome, Mr. Kelly Olson, and the team that's been just been amazing supporting us with all of this. So it's been great. Thank you.
No, there's a lot to unpack there, and really thank you for sharing that. The thing that jumps out to me, to sort of to put a focus on, is your grandbaby is 2 years old, right?
Correct.
And the reason for emphasizing that is our products are safe. And again, I always say to everyone, don't give 2 year olds energy products, but having the ability to have products that can positively impact a child, i.e., the Phytopower Eye, for example, is brilliant. So the fact that you're saying that if she catches something, it's like 24 hours later, she's kind of like getting over it, speaks directly to the fact that that's what Phytopower Eye is designed to do, to build and repair immune system cells so that we can actually respond to, let's just say, threats a lot
Correct.
more effectively. So that's really, really good to hear that you're experiencing that. I mean, this may sound like a really stupid question, but how does it actually make you feel when you actually are seeing a child experiencing the positive benefits of a product that some adults aren't even paying attention to?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's I think when I first heard Miss Tracy and she talk about her kids,
Mm.
when she was talking about she was giving them the product and they fixing their own product. Her daughter making her own product on. She showed the video and taking the eye and the Phyto O at that time when we had the Phyto O. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. I need to try to figure this out. We need to see if we can get, my grandbaby into taking this eye. And I just thought it was amazing how she shared a testimony with her kids, or that she have them learning how to take better care of their health and getting their gut in order. Because there's so many things out here. That is not great for our children to take and eat. And so their system is a little bit more sensitive probably than ours. We done grew up and did everything to our system. So our system is just like, okay, whatever. So we need to now with them, it'll be a challenge, I guess, with them to trying to fight off a lot of things more so than us. But now I see that a lot of my family members that are getting older, now it seems like they're having the challenge to build their immune and fight off certain things as well, especially since we had the COVID and then they have all these other streams of things that's happening. And then they said more streams of stuff is coming. So, Fido Eye is not leaving my house either as well. I keep that as well for my son's sake because he is also had issues with flu and pneumonia growing up. Pneumonia, how you say pneumonia? He's had issues with that, and so and now since I've been giving him the products and things like that, it's been helping building his immune up as well as all of us in the house as well. So
Mm. That's special, really. I mean, again, so many things to focus on. It's like when I hear individuals like you speak, my heart glows because it's one thing to know theoretically that these products should work, or we've been told that they work. But I'll speak for myself. I had a paper cut a few weeks back, and I can't tell you how quickly my paper cut healed in comparison to how long it usually has taken to heal. So I know for a fact that Phyto Power Eye, or the products in general, definitely, is working from the inside out. Because I've literally physically seen the cut, and I've physically seen how quickly the body just literally just dealt with it, and it was amazing. And so knowing that it's having an impact, in your household as well as so many around the world, is really really cool. COVID, yes, they're telling us more strains are coming. Well, I'm not going to get into that debate, but
Right.
all I will say is to take, some of your advice, and literally for everyone to have Fighter Power Eye in their house, because it's that important, for our immune system and keeping it robust and strong. Um, in terms of, so you mentioned your husband, for example, you know, losing weight or releasing weight, as Dr. Tamir would say, with the B, the W, and the T. Can you speak to how that regimen worked? How did he structure his day, or how did he structure taking the products? Did he take them all together, or did he sort of take them apart? And how did that work? Because I'm always curious when the individual's taken multiple products.
I know, right? Well, he basically takes just about everything together. Well, he mixes. He may do like I think the one and two, and probably the X in one. And he do the W, B, and T in another, because he has his job is the way he works. He has to be at work like really early in the morning, so he don't have time to try to mix it while he's at work. So he does it, either early in the morning or before he go take it at night. Before at night, he'll do that. And so but he's basically been taking it like that. I mean, it changed his way of thinking how to eat now. He eats, like he said, I don't really have an appetite in the mornings. I don't eat much. He said, I just bring fruit. He may eat fruit all day. He'll bring a lunch, but then he'll get home, bring the lunch back. I said, you ate your lunch? No, I wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry, and I was like, oh, okay. And so he may eat dinner, and but he really haven't changed much. It's just I think he's been eating less portions of everything that he's been eating. He hasn't been eating full meals. If he's eating less than what he was, and he's just really, he really haven't changed much of anything. He just did the P84 and um, did the B and T and W together, and that's basically it. No changes. I was like, and he don't even exercise. And I'm running around here at the Zumba trying to go to class, go here and there. I said, "Are you wait? And you lost weight?"
And again, there's something to be said about that. I always say that individual results may vary, and the way that products affect one person can affect others differently. And I truly believe it's almost like when our products enter our system, it's almost like there's a priority order that it deals with. And so somebody's priority order might be weight, somebody's priority order might be blood pressure, and so on. And so it just depends, I guess, on the individual's body. But that's really, really good to know. Do you know how much sort of weight he's released? And
Oh my gosh, I wish he would call me now and tell me how much weight he lost, but I think he lost at least maybe 30, 40 pounds at the most.
wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. That's wow. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because he was around, he was probably knocking on almost 250 something, 60 something. Now he's probably down to about 208 or 210, something like that. Yeah. He had
Wow,
lost a tremendously lot of weight. He did.
wow, wow. That is impressive. That is absolutely impressive. No, thank you for sharing that. That's amazing.
You're welcome.
That's,
You're welcome.
that is absolutely amazing. So, coming back to again, sticking with your husband for a moment. So, was he on any form of medication? And also, I always like to, well, I guess pre-diabetic means that it's type 2 diabetes, right? So, was he on any medication for his diabetes or his pre-diabetes?
Yes, he is. He's taking metformin, and he's taking like a sort of like an insulin shot, maybe whatever that was. He only had to take that once a week, and I think that was probably supposed to help with the weight release. But most likely that wasn't. I don't think it was doing much of anything until he started getting on the P84. But yeah, he still took his medicine and he's still taking it until now today because the doctor told him that his A1C was looking great. She said whatever he was doing, keep doing it. She said if it gets lower again, she's gonna take him off completely.
Awesome. Awesome. That is good to know. I love it when I hear that individuals are able to come off medication and just go clean.
I know.
So that's for a part two. But no, that's amazing. So the BW and the T, the P84, is working for your husband. The Fighter Power X for energy, and the hydration is working for yourself in
That's right.
terms of your back issue and stuff. Um, Again, hydration is, when individuals have sciatica and bone issues, they don't necessarily associate. The way that it's been described to me by one of our naturopathic nutritional therapists is like when you have dry bones, that's like the equivalent of your arthritis, right? When you have dry ligaments, it's like that's the equivalent of your things like sciatica and stuff. So if we can hydrate, um, and hydrate in the way that we're supposed to hydrate, replacing electrolytes, then that is the reason why individuals are experiencing improvements in arthritis and sciatica and back pains and so on. It's a real thing when you sort of really look into it and do research. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, but you said minutes. You said like in minutes the product started to work for
It
you.
was like minutes, literally. I was telling that to Miss Two. I don't know what happened. I said I took the eggs and the hydration. I don't know. I think my body was just like sucking it up
Begging
because
it,
it was
begging for it.
right. Because it was like, where have this been like for the past 7 days? So where in the world have this been? So I've been like so blessed to continue to do that. Every time I feel, I just do it anyway on a regular basis. But if I forget and I was like, oh, let me take that before the day even gets started. Let me get my X and my hydration, and it's just been working wonders for me.
Mm. And do you take them separately or do you take them together? What's the regimen for yourself?
I take my X and my hydration together.
Mm.
That's just been like my regimen for me. I do my P84 with my. Sometimes I may incorporate the X with my P84, or I'll just do the hydration alone. But most likely, when I have that thing that I'm starting to go back to work in the back, I just go ahead and on and pop the hydration and the X.
Mm. No, awesome, awesome. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. That takes me back to when I first did my X and hydration together. I remember I was going for a long drive, and I thought, let me just do the X and hydrate together, and
Mm.
I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just took me all the way to 200 miles that I was driving, no stopping, just
Wow.
clear, clean, mentally focused. Yeah, these products are amazing. Did you have any at any point feel like it was mind over matter, given that it you know impacted you so quickly? Did you question whether it was real?
Yeah, I did. I was like, wait, what just happened? Because I was like, I had just like perked up and I got alert and I was able to focus at work. And I was like, I told Miss Two, I said, look, what in the world? I just like, everything just like the light switch just turned on. I
Mm.
mean, that's exactly how it felt with the X and the hydration. It's like, everything is just starting to like line up, and I was like, oh my gosh. I told her never ever again I will run out. Never ever again. I said I don't care what it takes, I don't care what I gotta do, I'm gonna make sure this stays in my cabinet.
Oh, I absolutely love that. Light switch turned on and everything everything lighted up, lined up, everything
Yes,
lined up.
all the cells in the body just like lined up to really,
Yeah.
really.
All I can say is a lot of what we talk about is obviously it's experiential. We encourage everyone to experience what we're speaking about, because it's one thing to hear, oh, a product's really good, it has this, it has that, it has this, it has that. But if you get the opportunity to sample, for example, the Phyto Power X, or to basically taste the hydrate, and if you're doing exercise before or after, experience what that feels like, or even just generally. We remember, and Sophia remembers this. Well, I remember it very clearly, I should say, that when Phyto Power X was introduced, we were in Utah, and they introduced it for the very first time, and they gave it to us. They
Hmm.
gave it to us, and there was a complete and utter mood change in the room. So much so that I mean, I'm guilty. I was laughing. I couldn't control my laughter. My business partner couldn't control her laughter. Then my other business partner couldn't control her laughter. And it's
Wow.
like, some people. I think Alkaline Pastor John started singing, which might not be unusual for him, but
I know.
the mood in the room just changed. It literally
Yes.
changed, and it was like a wave. If the individuals on the left opened their packet first and the individuals on the right opened their package last, it was like this wave from left to right, of individuals just feeling different and positively different. Um, so
Yes.
yeah, I'm a big fan of Fighter Power X. I'm a big fan.
It is.
Um,
It's great.
yeah. So you've mentioned that you have business partners. So the question I normally ask is, have you decided to share the Love Biome opportunity with individuals, and if so, why? So have you decided to share the products and the business opportunity with others, and if so, why?
Oh yeah, I have. I've been sharing it with family, friends, loved ones, acquaintances, everyone. I shared it with one of my business partners that she came in and she saw the vision, she saw the products, and she just said, "Well, let me try it first." And I gave her some samples, and I gave it to her, and she called me back and she said, Renee, do they supposed to work really fast?" I said, I don't know. It depends on what's going on. But she said, if girl, I tell you that Fido Power Tea. I said, what? And I shared it with her, and that's Mrs. Andrew Jones. She came in with eyes wide open. She just was all in. She saw the vision. She saw the product, saw what it was doing for herself and her health, and she turned around and we both hit merchant at the same time. So it was just amazing to have her as a business partner. I've been sharing it with family and friends, a lot of family and friends. Uh, my husband got in the business with me. Like I said, my son, my daughter's dad got in the business with me. So he saw the vision of the products. He's a believer of the sugar blocker. He calls me and texts me on the phone, "Hey, I think my sugar blocker is gonna be out in like 2 or 3 days." I was like, "You need to go ahead on." Miss Toot said, "Order you some enough so you can have for the month, and next month after, so you won't be low." I mean, he's been getting amazing results with his health too. I've been waiting on to hear more of his testimony soon, but yeah, we just been like on fire over here. It's just been amazing. I'm so glad to be a part of this. I'm glad to have this opportunity to be in Love Biome.
That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. So two random questions in closing, I guess, for me. One is, how much is the sugar blocker in the US?
Well, for an affiliate, I think it's like $39. That's
$9.
I know that's cheap for y'all. Say what in US dollars for an affiliate, but for a customer, I think it runs about $55. I gotta remember. I haven't looked at it in a minute, but
Mm,
yeah. So if you're not an affiliate, if you're just a customer and you just want to try the product, I think it's about $50.
right.
Yeah.
I guess the thing that was running through my mind is if I take 39, because I can divide 15 into 39. So a sugar blocker has like 15 sachets. So
Mm-hmm.
if you could invest $2.60 per day in your health to, because the more I learn about the sugar blocker is it's not I mean the blocking sugar prevents, or should I say, has the capacity to reverse diabetes. It has the capacity, therefore, to affect blood pressure. It has the capacity. Blood pressure can affect, kidney issues. There are so many knock-on effects that can happen as a result of just taking the Phyto Power B.
Right.
And to me, $2.60 a day to kind of like have this sugar protection, even if you are consider yourself to be eating healthy, there is sugar in everything pretty much
Right.
you buy. So to me, the sugar blocker is just like a cheat code to protect. The Phytopower Immune is like a cheat code to boost. So if you can protect and boost at the same time, let's do it. And then
Yes.
the P84, just to balance everything out, is
Yeah.
I think is amazing.
Awesome.
And the other question I was going to ask you just slipped my mind now. Oh, dear me. So, I guess what I would say then, is there anything that you would want to say to the audience or anyone really, as a word of encouragement, in terms of Love Biome, the products, health, any message that you would like to sort of leave us with, coming from the heart of Renee?
Oh wow. First, I would like to thank all my Little Biome family for jumping on this Zoom, YouTube. We're all here. I like to thank them, and I don't think that I would probably be in this business if I wasn't introduced by Miss Toot. She had another downline shared it with me, and that person is no longer in the business, and I end up falling under Miss Toot's lineage and just came in full force. But I would say that, if you don't believe in anything, I mean, believe in something, believe in these products, believe in this organization. There truly are paying people over here. I was able to get a couple of checks myself. Fry paid like this Tuesday. I was able to get some checks, so it's been amazing. I've been turning around and using that income to purchase my products. I mean, it's that's the best part about it. You thinking that, oh, I can't afford it, I can't get it, and can't get the product. It's too much. It's called no. You got to learn how to just like, okay, take a step back and just take a break and see where you are and what you can get, what you can purchase. Just try the product, get on it, and then you'll see how it goes from here. I know I posted on my page one time. I had a couple of people. Everybody was going to the Beyonce concert here in Atlanta the other week, and I was like, okay, if you all can pay to go to Beyonce and
Okay.
spend all this money, can y'all please buy a package of Fido? Can you buy some of these products? Because she's gonna be long gone, enjoying her mansion, living in her life, living her best life, and you're gonna be sitting over here struggling, trying to figure out how to pay your mortgage and rent and car note the next month because you spent all your money going to see her, and not just her, that's anything you do, football game, basketball, wherever. We spend our money on what we want to spend our money on, but when it comes to our health, you want to have something that's longevity. And us, with me, now I realize it's not about me anymore. I have children, I now have a grandchild. It's not about me, it's not about you know, the money per se. I just want people to learn how to get better and feel better. Um, I've been learning a lot watching Pastor John on the morning calls, and he's just he just lay it out flat. You know, he's gonna let you know this is what happens. You don't do this. You
Mm,
take this. You don't do that. This is your results.
mm,
And we just need to learn how to live better, live healthier, so we can have a healthier lifestyle. And once we get that in our head and focus and get our minds corrected, everything will work extremely well.
love it. Absolutely love it. So that's the final message, ladies and gents. You've heard it from Renee Parsons herself. Live better, live healthier. I mean, I think that's the brilliant way to sum up a really, really enjoyable call and testimonial and interview. Personally, I want to say thank you so much. Your energy is amazing. I can, this is the first time we're engaging, and the first time I saw your video today. So I feel like I've met you for a while now. A beautiful
Oh,
smile, beautiful energy, and
thank you.
yeah, no, definitely looking forward to doing a part two with yourself and maybe even your husband as well, if time allows, or we get him to record something and just whatever the case may be. But I want to hear from him as well at some point for sure.
Sounds good.
Um, yeah, because I think the family message is a really, really powerful one. So, Renee, thank you so much. I'm going to hand it over to Sophia, and really, really look forward to meeting you in person at some point. So, absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Thank you. I agree. Live better, live healthier, definitely. And with Love Biome products, that's what will happen. So thank you again, Mr. Ford. And it has come to the end of the show. And thank you for doing your magic, because, again, it was another great show, even with the hiccup at the beginning. A massive thank you to Renee for sharing your phenomenal testimony. I can say you've got such a beautiful spirit, and I just love your accent. So thank you for taking your time out.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. A huge thank you to all our listeners for tuning in and being part of this exciting journey, because without you, we wouldn't have a show. And don't forget to join us next week, same time, for more insight about the gut microbiome, the gut health and gut wealth. And there will be more testimonies as they keep on coming. And remember, you can still reach out to us if you're interested in learning more or have any questions. Just contact us on +44 7956 847 290. That's +44 7956 847 290, or get back to the person who invited you to the show. So until then, as I always say, stay blessed, stay safe, and keep your spirit alive. This is Sophia Johnson from the Health Capital Group. Take care. See you soon.
Our understanding of the gut microbiome has radically changed. Early on, people thought it was related to digestion, right? Oh, it's just digestion. But now we've learned that not only is it digestion, but it's energy and weight management, sleep, and then all of these tons of other things that occur in our body. Some of the common, we call these axes or communication or connections. Some of the big ones are our interaction with our gut and our brain, our gut and the endocrine system, which the endocrine system is what produces all of your hormones, right? These chemical signals that you are generating through your body that are regulating so many different processes. There's cardiovascular health. Certain metabolites that are made in the gut microbiome affect your blood pressure, inflammation, all of these type of things, your gut-liver axis. So in your liver is kind of the detoxifying center of your body. And what's beautiful about it is a lot of your microbiome breaks down a lot of these toxins and what we call xenobiotics. Right now, we are exposed to more different diverse range of chemicals that we ingest more so than any other time on the planet, and that are out in the environment, things that we breathe and we drink. And so it's one of these things that really helps with detoxification and breakdown of these of these potential harmful chemicals. The lung axis is another big one. Asthma, chronic pulmonary diseases, all of these are influenced by some of the signals that are generated in your gut. Another big one is your reproductive system, especially for women and women's health. Big things associated with reproductive health, women fertility, all center or connected in that center. So I think of the gut microbiome as like this hub that is not only controlling, helping you manage this huge healthy system, it is interacting with almost everything in your body. And again, we call these connections axes. You might hear them called interactions. All of these saying is what my microbiome is doing for me is influencing everything else that I use to perform who I am.